What's going on? Alexander Thomas here. Welcome back to Game Time 123. Today we're doing Dragon Maze. We're opening a box of Dragon Maze. This is especially for the Labor Day stream. Happy Labor Day to everyone. I got a box for it, Dragon Maze, and Grant, I shouldn't have bought this. Let's put it this way. This one was $160, $171 after tax. And there's not really anything valuable in this set. Really, there's only a few cards I actually want in this set. I'm gonna make sure I get to know what those cards are. There's like 2 cards in this set that I really want. There's not really a specific card I'm okay with. I'm opening this box, but I don't really want anything in this box, if that makes sense. Is $3.75 at this current time. So, and for all I know, it's now, as far as I'm aware of how these work, there should be possibility of foils, like 3 foils in this. Grant, it doesn't say that anywhere. All I know is that there's 36 packs in this. Over here, and for all I know, this is gonna be it. I'm not looking these up. I want to go ahead and just tell you the few cards that I hope for. There's not any specific cards I'm looking for. This set is called Dragon Maze. Dragon Maze. Again, there's not really mean. There's a few in here, but I think the biggest, the best ones that I'm looking for are the Notion Thief, which is really the most expensive of the cards, even though it doesn't actually show that. It's priced at, I think it's also a banned card from correctly. I'll look it up in a second. And the other card, let's see, is the Planeswalker that's in this set. I'll see the Planeswalker right now. Yeah, there. In the set. I'm not gonna look these up because the context is this card was $160. The actual price of tabletop right now is only $60. So I might be looking at the wrong thing though. And that's not including foils, if there are any foils in this. Every one of these things have got 16 cards in each one of them. That's a token, so really 15. It has been about $60 for a long time. Last time it was actually at any value. When it was released, it was like $200. Now it's only like 100. It was 140 back then. So basically, I overpaid for this, is what I'm saying. In context for it. Again, not really looking for anything. I'm looking for 2 cards. I'm looking for Notion Thief, and I'm looking for the Planeswalker. I don't really have any need for any of these cards in the set. And I'm going to do all of these open live. So, and also, so I'm not going to be recording the actual amounts unless it's a foil. I'll look at it if it's foil. Otherwise, I don't care. This box looks been opened. And if it's been opened, I'm going to be very disappointed because that $170 was not worth it. There were other packs that I got. I got this at Rally Squirrel. It's not too far away from here. It's definitely right. It's like right next door to the what's it called? To a local game store, which is where I normally go. So I won't be buying anything from here again. I didn't even know they had these. And to be honest, I probably should look this up before I even thought of buying it. But since it's only, let's see what we got here. Magic Blade, yeah. So that's not worth anything. I'm going to go to the trash can a little bit here. And the one thing I will say this is that the pack art looks much cooler because they actually have different pack sets. I think they have one of each of these. I couldn't tell you what the actual names or any things are in there. And I don't know if they're doing it. They don't have any recording of any of this. I'll put that aside for now. Here we go. And for context here, it says premium cards odds are 1 in 67. How many cards are in this set? Does it say how many cards are in this set? I don't think they did. It does. But anyways, there are cards, and these are all pretty cool artworks, I'll say that much. And because of that, I really don't want to open them in such a way. And they all are marked as well. So 167 is what it says. It's property of Wizards of the Coast. Yada 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 yada. We don't care about that. It does not say anything about foils, but I think it's about 1 foil every hit. Master of Cruelties is probably the other card one here. I want to keep these sleeves, so I'm gonna open them like carefully. All right, here we go. I want to go ahead and do it as close as I can. We got Maze Runner, Rusher, Human Rogue, 1/3. Oh, we got a Clue Stone. Sacrifice to draw a card. That actually looks better than it. There's another version of this card that says basically does exactly the same thing. Draw 1 card. Yeah, that's actually a better version of it. Even though I think it might be a little bit less expensive. Don't know what happened. It looked like to me that my stream froze. looks like to me my stream froze. I don't know what's going on. Alright. And just to update, for in case maybe the stream did freeze, I am opening a Dragonstorm pack. This Dragon Maze set. I'm opening each one of them. I'm not going to be looking up everything. And I'll be taking the rares. And I'm not trying to. I'm open these especially, just making sure I don't think. Token. It's a Spirit of Frying. Alright. Alright, let's see. We got Drown and Filth. Just choose our creature, put the top 4 cards of the library, and then each creature gets -1/-1 for each land. Interesting. We got a Gatekeeper. When it enters, if you control 2 more gates, then target creature -2/-2. Got another Clonestone. Pay 2 mana for it. We got a Pound, which when at least 2 of the creatures attack, then it gains lifelink until the end of the turn. Undiscovered Clues. Field top priority library, and put 2 instants or sorcery and/or sorceries, and put them into your hand. If you reveal them, and then let them go on the bottom of your library. Oh, I love this. I love that guy. This one's a really fun one for me. And to be honest, I'm gonna put it over here. Deals 1 damage to each opponent whenever you tap it for mana. Populate. Create a copy of a token, and then create a copy of a token that you control in the fields. Basically. Oh, Windrake. Okay, so I should probably point this out here. I did look this up. There's no way I get my money back unless if everyone is dead. If these things have Windrake. Luckily, the worst two did not have Windrake in it. Windrake is the cheapest card in the set. Destroy creature. Clear path. Destroy creature. Phantom Defender. -4/-2 for. I don't know. Oh, we got a Sideways card. Oh, yeah. This is one of those fuse cards. So you can actually cast one or both halves. So that's actually really cool. Either you can pay you pay both of them or you pay one of them. You gain 2 life for each creature and you can cards. So you're going to choose the order for things, and I should put the token on first, then you gain 2 life for each creature you control. Okay, we got another bird, +3/+3 until end of turn. When a creature enters. Another one of these fuse ones. We got Profit. Everything gets +1/+1, or everything gets -1/-1. Cool. And oh, we got Possibility Storm, one of the more expensive cards in the set. Although I'm really, really confused on this card. I'm going to read this card out here. It says, whenever a player casts a spell from his or her hand, that player exiles it and then exiles cards to the library until he or she exiles a card with a card type with the same card type. That player may cast that card without paying its mana cost, and then possibly put it on the bottom of the library. I'm just not gonna try, and we got a gate. It's a rare, and honestly, I'm really confused on that. Alright. We got another Snarehead. Another Elf Knight. We got another Cluestone. We got Cipher. It says we tap or untap or target permanents, and then it has Cipher, which is exile this spell card, well, encoded in creature you control, and then you can copy the effect. Doesn't happen very often. We got another Toothache, get another Demos. Exile all creatures from target player's graveyard. You gain 3 life. Holy mackerel! You gain 3 life for each card exiled in this way. Goodness, that's broken. You got a Deputy, which allows you to turn a creature to your hand. It's also Flash. You can play it at any time. Riot Control, plus gain 1 life for each. Oh, this is fun. Gain 1 life for each creature your opponent controls and prevent all damage that will be dealt this turn. Yikes. And our Windrake. That's sad. Morgan's Burst, another one of those. Return something, and that's pretty cool, though, I think, honestly. Sin Collector. When it enters, target opponent reveals his or her hand, we choose an instant sorcery card and exile it. Yikes. Oh, I got Phoenix. When it attacks, each other creature gets +1/+1 to end turn. That's pretty cool. Another one of those pet skeleton guys. And we got an Unleash. Each creature with 1 counter has haste. Okay, yikes. It already has first strike and haste, so forget the 1 counter. Nice. And we have a Guildgate, which is always the last one. And this guy, which is trash. Next one here. Yeah, is it Cluestone? A Mutant Prey. Make someone put 1 counter on something and then fight it something. Deal damage to another creature. Oh, flying first strike. No one's playing this card, okay? Flying in first strike, 3/1 first strike, yeah. For 5 mana, no. Almost attack each turn it's able. That's sad. There are Boris's Cluestone. Destroy target creature with Defender. Destroy target target -4/-2. Pretty cool. Overload. Give everything +1/+1 if you want overcode cost. When it enters, if you control 2 more gates, you get 7 life. Defender 0/5. No, it doesn't have flying, sadly. Fuse card. Target creature +1/+0 and double strike till end of turn, or all creatures plus block target creature this turn. Gosh. That's a win condition, I think. You think about that. You'd say, okay, you have to have target creature, you have to block, everything has to block that, and we're going to win the game off the tongues with being has a double strike. That's pretty excessive here. We got another one. Wear and tear, destroy target enchantment, destroy target artifact. Okay. And this is, oh, cool. It is target creature can't attack, block, or activate abilities, and we're going to return it to its owner's hand, putting 2 counters on a enchanted creature. That's kind of a weird situation. I don't know where you wanted to use that. Then we got, oh. The rare is, at the beginning of each step, each player discards his or her hand. If you don't care about your hand, that's ridiculously good. Bad news, it's not a legendary creature. So, and our land is a Guildgate, of course. I don't think they had any basic lands in this set, if I remember correctly, but they might have. I haven't found any yet, let's put it that way. Alright. We got Mending Touch. Regenerate target creature. Onto the Recluse. We've already seen that card. Clue Stone. Draw a card for 2. Another Clue Stone. Defender. Target opponent loses 2 life. I'm gonna have to make a commander deck out of this deck set because this is ridiculous. Enters. You have 2 more gates. You gain 7 life. Defender 0/5. You gain 1 life for each creature, prevent all damage dealt this turn. 3 damage to something, and then 3 damage, then 3 damage to target creature. Goblin with haste. That's not unreasonable. Fuse. Give and take. I mean, this is a weird card, but this is funny. So you put 3 counters on something, or you remove all counters from target creature, and then you draw that many cards. That seems a little bit of crazy. Destroy target artifact change, it can't be regenerated. In this set, there were things that had, you can regenerate things. There were things that had to regenerate. Basically, there is no, it's basically whatever artifact or creature you destroy, it can't be regenerated. So basically, it can't be the regenerate cost. We get ourselves, oh, what have we got? Protection from creatures. Protection from creatures, guys. So it has protection from itself, I guess. Whenever it deals combat damage to player, you put away 1 of its spirits. And then onto the field of flying. And it has vigilance and protection from creatures, so it can't actually be destroyed by creatures. Granted, that's a pretty expensive cost. But, and we have a foil gate this time, and another gate. So we have foil, and I don't think we're really gonna. I do look at the foils later. I don't know the foils matter that much. Let's put the foil over here. And again, token that's useless. That's what I like now that you actually double-sided the tokens and the most recent things, because it's a whole lot better. I don't think there's a foil in every pack, basically. It doesn't say how many foils it's supposed to be. What? Oh, counter target spell unless opponent plays 6. Well, granted, it costs 4 to get onto it, but that's a lot. Oh, another Cluestone. Must attack if able each turn to choose our creature, but 4 cards, and then -1/-1 for each land card. So if you make an entire deck of lands, I guess that would be really good. And that's not particularly good. It's not bad. They're one of those gate guys. Target was to tuck 2 cards of the library into the graveyard, and then you draw 2 cards. Wow. It's not really the mill mechanic anymore, I don't think. It might be what it was anyways. Mill mechanic's more of a green-blue, I believe. Chain creature attacks. Its roll is 2 life. Yay. +5, +3, +3. There's no way anyone wants to play this. Plus, it's a 2/2 creature that costs 2, but you have to pay 6 to make it +3/+3. Which I guess if you had a way of getting infinite mana, there are ways to do that. Then that card's pretty broken. Oh, no, one of these guys. 1 tap it, deal 1 damage to something. Populate. Creatures get -1/0 that your opponent controls. Make him just someone discard a card. Death Touch. Remove a 1 counter from its creature you control. Target creature -1/-1 for 2 mana. And the rare. Oh, it's a mythic. Let me put this over here. It is. And we'll put the sleeve. Let's see. It says. Mythic card says it enters the battlefield with a copy of another creature on the battlefield, except it gains at the beginning of your upkeep. If a creature isn't a token, put a token of the copy. Holy mackerel! This card's gotta advance. I'm sorry, but that card's gotta be, and we got Guildgate, and the thing that's useless. Chalmers not even in the set. That card's broken. There's no way anyone plays this card because it's. I'm trying to see if there's a card in this. Possibly Storm by the way is the 4th most expensive card. Yeah, it's the 5th most expensive card, and it is completely legal in Commander. Why? Why is this legal in Commander? I mean, at the beginning of the you create a copy of your Commander. I guess it doesn't say. I guess you have to have something like a mirror box for that to work, but still, holy mackerel! Put that in the sleeve. Right, it's only like $1.25, but still, holy mackerel! I really looked that up. That card's gotta be broken. There's just no way around it. Put a copy of creature. If you can get a card that you have the ledger roll doesn't apply, then that's ridiculous. We got Counter Spell, they have 6. Simic Cluestone. First strike. Choose our creature, build cards until you left land. Another one of these guys. There's a lot of these duplicates here. There are plans, mill 2 cards, draw 2 cards. Rouse the Cluestone, the first one of these I've seen. A Trample and Evolve. Okay, I gotta explain Evolve. Evolve is basically if you put a creature on the field that has a greater power or toughness, and or both, then you get put 1 counter on it. It's and or, so greater power or toughness, but still, it's pretty cool. Problem is, it's not very effective now because it's difficult to play stuff. We got Death Touch creature. Both creatures have Death Touch. There are Clostone. Fuse card gives +2/+4 to the end of turn for 3. Or third creature -6/-0. Instant or sorcery may switch its power and toughness, making it a 5/1 instead. Not really useful. Put through counters on her creature or remove all counters. Oh, we get this one here. Aether Ring, the Shapeshifter. You can, and we got the gate as well. That's not relevant. So that is a test token. We are not using it. The Aether Rate says exile it until they return back to the end. So basically, if it's targeted with a spell, it doesn't have hexproof. So you just target it and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna exile it and return to the battlefield next in step. So it can't. So basically, it's not like it's not technically like it has hexproof, but it basically has hex. Basically, can make it have hexproof, make it unblockable. Get +1/+0. It's a 4/5. I grant that ability is actually expensive. It's expensive, but honestly, that's not an unreasonable card. All right, next pack. Seeing a lot of duplicates here. 1/3. Another Clostone. If I made the entire deck of those Clostones, I have them out here. Lifelink and Extort. Okay, I gotta explain Extort as well. When you cast a spell, you may pay 1. If you do, okay, this is kind of stupid. It says you may pay 1, white or green, and then your opponent loses 1 life and you gain how much life. It's literally, your opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. It's not hard. Another tap target creature. Multiple creatures have trample. Another trample and evolved creature. Death touch and multiple creatures have death touch. Another Clostone. You get to draw a card if you have 2 more gates. Detain 2 creatures, make them not be able to attack or block until the end of the next turn, or activate any abilities. Another one of these. All creatures must block 1 creature. Target creature is 1 Nova Strike. Again, for the context of it, that's pretty good. Warp Frenzy gets +X/-X for this number of cards in your hand. In my opinion, that doesn't really do much for me because my hand's almost always empty. But it's not terrible if you want to draw a bunch of cards. Oh, I like this card. No, it's not really. It's whenever a creature you control, it's not a rare, but it's a pretty good card in my opinion. Probably should be rare. And we got Hydra, and we got the Hydra. Enters battlefield with X1 counters. You can put 1 depending on how much you pay for it. And then I think this is a reprinted card too. Where it's put 1 more counter on it. Activates only when you activate a sorcery. So maybe you have a sorcery in it. That's pretty cool though. I'll put that aside. And we have a land. Oh, we got Watery Grave. That's also a really good figure for card. And then that's trash. Get me 2 sleeves. It's one of those. It's an island in a swamp, and you pay 2 life. I didn't know those things were in here, to be honest. Put that in a sleeve, and put that one in a sleeve. Granted, it's not a legendary creature. Maybe they made a legendary version of this card. All right. Gives +2/+2 and flying. Only activates only once per turn. All the creatures have haste. 1/3. Cluestone. +5/+5. Sheesh. There's think with this. There's a card. It's called a Giant Growth. Giant Growth, I think, is actually the same thing for this, if I remember correctly. Another Cluestone. I'm dropping cards. Gain 7 life. It enters. Lower creatures can't block this. Monocountry. So one color creatures can't block this turn. Exile creatures, still think that's pretty good. Haste 3/1. That one not the best, but okay. We got another one of these. Fusion. Target creature loses all abilities. Gets a 0/1. Then it can do 2 damage to target creature or player. So you can make something a -0/-1, and then deal it and destroy it if you wanted to do that. I guess costs a little bit, but that's fine. Opponent loses 2 times the number of life you paid for it. You gain life this way, so you deal damage and gain as life. And we get a 5/5 worm onto the field with trample. Token somewhere. Maybe we got the token. And we have a cipher. This is tapped our creature. That's a foil though, and that. And this is the plain old token that we can't use. It's not really worth it. I mean, I don't think anything that says worth anything, but in the context, it's worth. I know it started ringing a little bit earlier, so for anyone that hits, I did it because I do have to go a bit earlier tonight, but in context, I wanted to get this out of the way. So, +2/+2, gain flying. Multi-card creatures haste, 1/3. That Cluestone. +5/+5. Depth touch. Multi creatures have depth touch. Multi creatures have flying. Another one of these stones. Cluestone. Gain 7 life. You have 2 more dates. Multi creatures can't block. Fuse. Get 3/3 and a creature 2 life for each creature you control. +1/+1 for each attacking. It's +1/+1 for until end of turn. When it attacks either creature to you, it's +1/+1. That's pretty cool. When you cast an instant source, you put 2 right soldiers. I have one of those. There we go. On fields and against it. And they gain hit with haste. So not this one. This is with haste. Get ourselves gain control of target permanent until end of turn. Untapping against haste, a land and a planeswalker. I think that's not good. It says each player has an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, a land, and a planeswalker. Problem is, I think in context, I don't know that for sure in this case, but if I understand correctly, because there was a card that said you have to have a target for each one of those. Oh no, it says each player sacrifices an artifact. So yeah, I guess it doesn't actually matter. As a rare and a gate and a knight that we can actually use, maybe. Next pack. And there's 36 of these packs, so I got a lot of packs to go. Cluestone. And all these Cluestones, I should probably answer for you. They just add 1 or 2 different colors of mana, and then you can pay the same 2 mana to draw a card. We got the Unleash 1/2 with flying, lifelink and extort. If it enters, you can control the target creature. You have 2 more gates. Flying for strike for 1 for 5 is ridiculous. No one's playing that. Unless you're playing a certain format that I don't know about that says you have to. Okay, so here's the deal: you have to play every single solitary card. You can choose one at the one creature type, but you have to have everything of one higher of a high mana cost. I guess if you want to make it mana cost up. Flash, return to our creature to put its hand. No Cluestone. Exile, here, just gain 3 life for each card exiled in this way. I feel like that's actually pretty good for a common. Draw a card if you have 2 more gates. +3/+3 for 6. Return each creature that was dealt damage this turn to its owner's hand. That actually works for a red card, because there's a red card that deals 1 damage to each creature and 1 damage to the opponents. That's pretty cool. They got the weird, that doesn't do anything. And we have another one of these gates. Okay, I gotta explain this here. Gotta look at this one. It said it creates dragons. Until your turn, target creature you control becomes a 4/4 blue-red dragon and loses all abilities and gains flying. So it becomes a 4/4 dragon. And you can also overload it for theoretically 3 times the mana. Something like that to make each creature 1. And then we have our gate and our useless token. I mean, I'm somewhat glad we made it a little bit better for us, but we have a lot of clues. I think there's a Cluestone in every pack so far. It's funny if we did the Cluestone Drake. Lifelink and extort. Gain control of creature if you have 2 more gates, which is still pretty cool. Expensive bird with flying at first strike. Populate. Windrake. Destroy target creature defender. -2, -4, -2. Everload. Everything gets +1/+0 in first strike. Oh, Force Walker and Protection from green. So it's first off can't be blocked by creatures as long as you have a forced, and also it can't be targeted by green. When a creature blocks, that player controller loses 1 life. When a creature blocks, oh, that's pretty cool, I think. Hexmage. Deal 4 damage to target player or creature, and you gain 4 life. So 4 damage to something, and you get something other than Planeswalker, and you gain 4 life. That's pretty cool. That's actually. And we got this guy, which I think is broken, if I remember correctly. We look at this one, and we got the token, and this. Same, we got Centaur, which is something we can actually use potentially. Read this card. It says, whenever it deals coming to the player, that player reveals cards at the top of the library until he or he reveals 4 land cards and put those cards into his graveyard. I don't know if I ever played that as the commander, but cool. Alright. 1, 3. Another Cluestone. Vampire with a sword. Pay 1 tap creature. All the creatures creatures have trample. -4/-2. Force Walker, or Defender 0/5. Cluestone. Multiple creatures have Vigilance. Cool. Until end of turn, when a creature dies, deals 2 damage to target. Oh, wait, so it's another one of those. When this creature dies, return to the battlefield. It's not that, but until end of turn, creatures you control have gained. When a creature dies, deal 2 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Not the best card for the player. That would be broken. It's only common though. Oh, we get this guy. Let's see. When it enters the battlefield, put a 2/2, a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4 onto the battlefield. Grant, that costs 7, but okay. There was each opponent loses 2 times the life, and you gain life. So X. A counter target spell. At the beginning of your counter target spell. At the beginning of your next untapped post heads, you add X mana, which is the color. The mana pool where X is the spell. That spell's converted mana cost. Okay, so it's gonna be really good. Oh, and we got Master Cruelty, the most expensive cards in the set, and it's foil. And a gate. And a soldier. That is the most expensive card in the set. I'm going to try to see if I figure out anything about this one. Unfortunately, it's a Master Cruelty is the most expensive card in the set. The fact it's foil really helps it. I don't know the actual thing is. Currently it's a $3.72 card regularly. Hey, it's Little Commander. It's not like on Brawl though. I guess Brawl has to do something about it. Yeah, next pack. Got Knight. Elf Knight. Cluestone. Cypher deals untap or tap permanent. -2/-2 to something, control 2 more gates. Defender. Insert sorcery spell, gets +1, +3, +0, and can attack. That's if it does the Defender. I think they reprinted that card. The other one is mill 2 cards, draw 2 cards. +2, +3. The other one is tap lands, populate, Windrake. Cyber's creature you control, get +1/+1 until end of turn. Could break that, honestly, I'll say that. Plus X, +3, +0, again, infinite mana triggers. You win the game. There's X +0, where X is power. Okay, yeah. So, technically infinite. 6/6, return something to your hand. And we got another mythic and a land that's not foil, and that's just trash. Let's see what that one says. It says target opponent reveals his or her hand. You exile up to X cards from him and exile them. For each card exiled, search that player's graveyard for any other cards with the same name. So this is useless to Commander. Gotcha. So this is useless to Commander. It says target opponent reveals his or her hand. I mean, I guess it can technically be useful in Commander. You choose up to X non-land cards. Okay, so you can't choose lands. I guess that's a good thing, because if it was lands, oh, you have a green land unit. I'm assuming exile all your green lands. Shuffled. The player shuffles them into her library. Exile them. that player then shuffles their library. It does say X cards, and it's kind of expensive, but still. Choose target creature, -1/-1 for each card milled. Regenerate target creature, which is just weird. Get 2/2 knights with vigilance onto the battlefield. Yay! Close them. Enchanted creature with power. Enchanted creature with power 3 or less. It's tapped or tapped and untap. That seems familiar. Another deal 1 damage when it comes tapped. Retain 2 creatures. Multi creatures have Death Touch. Multi creatures have Flying. This guy says return target creature's owner's hand, or target player sacrifices the creature. So you can do both. It just costs you 6 mana. Or yeah. Target creature -2 units, and then deal 2 damage to that creature. Choose target creature. Choose target creature or player. Draw 3 cards. Discard a card. Deal damage equal to either that creature or that player, depending on what it is. Cool. And we have a rare. Beginning of combat. At beginning of combat, and that's a gate. Beginning of combat. Up to 1 target creature, its turns must attack and can't attack or block. And 1 target creature can't attack or block. And her foil is a 3/3. Here's a 3/3 here. And this is set. Next pack. We got Blood Rush, discard this card, get building +3/+3. When it enters, give something +2/+2. Both creatures have trample. Cipher, tap creature. Another Cluestone. Overload, +1/+0 on first strike. As many things you want. 7/+7 if you have 2 more gates. Defender, 0/5. Gain 1 life, prevent all damage. Deal 3 damage to a target creature, deal 3 damage to target player. Put a centaur onto the field, haven't got one of those yet. And you gain 2 life. For each creature you control. Return each creature that was dealt its way. And target player discards 2 cards. Return target creature to your hand. And the rare is Trait Doctoring. Replace target card. Change the text of target permanent array, replacing all cards of 1 color word with another or one basic land type with another. Cyclone, you can do it. What? That's useless. And we have our gate. And our useless token. Countercharge below, that's their 6, pay 6. Fight, something fights. People who knight onto the field with vigilance. Clue stone. +2/+2 in flying. Our defender 0/5. Clue stone. Multi-card features of vigilance. Mill 2 cards, draw 2 cards. There are clue stone. Oh, let's see. Each attacking creature you control is +1/+0 and can't be blocked with 2 more creatures. So basically everything has menace. Gotcha. That's pretty cool. Might go over here. Target player discards 2 cards and you can return a creature. When a creature you control with 1 counter it deals command to a player, you may draw a card. That's knight, and I drop the rare. And the rare is okay, it says exile target creature with input X with 1 counter. Exile target creature from a graveyard. A graveyard, not your graveyard, a graveyard. Put X with 1 counters on target creature, where X is power, or you can deal target creature deals damage equal to it to another damage to a creature or player. Yep, that's pretty good. I don't even care how many packs we got left. We're going through all of them. Alright, we got another counter spell. 6 fight. Put 2/2 vigilance thing. Clue stone. +2/+2 against flying. Prevent damage. Gain 1 life for each creature you control. 2 Windrake. Morph Burst, which is still ridiculous to me, but okay. Deal 3 damage to something. Deal 3 damage to target player. Scavenge, reach. Creatures minus X, plus X, minus X. This is the creature in the graveyard. 1 counter attacks. You get to draw a card. To restore an artifact, or you restore an enchantment. Oh! Let me check this. It's a rare. You may play the top card. No, it says play with the top card of your library. You may cast the top card of your library if it's instant or sorcery, and when you cast an instant or sorcery, copy it, and then you can choose new copy it. Pretty good. And then we have our gate. I like that, and we get, of course, this stupid thing, this movie thing. Let me get my token here, because that's actually still pretty powerful. Expensive, again, but that's pretty good. We got choose target creature, get minus X, depending on how many lands you have. Regenerate target creature. 2/2 creature onto the field. Clue stone. Chance something, it's it's power 3 or less. Defender. Destroy target defender. Creature with scavenge. Overload. Get everything +1/+0 in first strike. This guy. I'm going to make a deck of these because this is ridiculously cool. I didn't know this was in this set, by the way. Detain 2 creatures. Trample and lifelink for 2/2. Opponent loses twice as much life as you pay, and you gain that much life. Destroy target artifact or creature. Beast Mutant. It has Evolve, and we have a land. Put that over there. Beast Mutant. It's a rare. And we have a bird with flying. Yeah. Let's see. I'll put this on a sleeve, even though I don't really care. Whenever it evolves, put 1 counter on each other creature with 1 counter on it. So basically, if you have 1 counter on everything, put 1 counter on everything, and you have got yourself a huge creature. That's really cool. That's really cool. I'm really not opening these because I'm looking for anything specific. Of course, there's 1 or 2 cards over. I still like the Planeswalker. I still would like the Notion Thief, but I forgot everything else for it. Discard a card, you'll get +2/+3, +2/2 when it enters to something. Multiple creatures have trample. Tap or untap a permanent. You can exile with something else. Another cool stone. Planes, deal 2 cards. When a enchanted creature attacks, its controller is 2 life. +2/+3. Deal 1 damage to whenever it taps, 1 damage to the player. Flying and hexproof 3/2. Okay. Attack with creature, creature's control get +1/+1. Would be ridiculous in a token deck. Creatures can't attack or block. You can remove it to get 2 more counters on it. I guess you can do that to your own creature. So just remove it. And the rare is the beast here. And there's a foil here. Whenever a player taps one mana, that add parent. Okay. Let's see. When a player taps mana for land for mana, the player adds 1 mana of his or her card type that he or she pursues. Cool. So that's actually really cool. And we have a gate. And the foil is this thing, which target player sacrifices a creature or returns a target creature to your hand. Also, it's foil. Gain control of creature if you have 2 more gates. The 4/6 Elf Knight. Close down. Discard a card, +2/+3 to something. Each player discards a card, loses 2 life. Deal stuff. All the creatures have vigilance. Another creature loses 2 life if they're in attacks. Multiple creatures have flying. Close down. Deal damage, player dies. Forest Walker protection from green. Destroy a creature, artifact or creature, it can't be regenerated. And a rare, and there's also the gate. And a useless token. Okay. Let's see, it says, when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it, I guess you can just build it too. You create a 1/1 bird, then populate. So you get another copy of something. It's not great, but okay. Still with Planeswalker. Don't really care if I don't get the Planeswalker. First strike, most attack, close down. Flying, unleash 1/2. enchant something in power 3 or less, it can't, and then it's 2/2 when it +2/+2 when it enters. Drake. Ward bows. 3 damages to a creature, 3 damage to you, or something else, rather. Reach and Scabbage. -4/-2. +2/+2, or -0/-6. And when it enters, it fights something. When you cast it as a sword, you may switch its power and toughness. Oh boy. Creature control have indestructible, untap those creatures, or you can cast it saying, creatures you control gain depth touch and lifelink until end of turn. So you can give everything depth touch, lifelink, and indestructible. And we have a land and a token. So you can give everything indestructible, untap them. Basically, give everything. So if I understand, give everything indestructible, vigilance, lifelink. Actually, no, it doesn't do that quite that, but it give everything depth touch, lifelink, and indestructible, and then you also untap them if they're tapped. And negate. That's pretty cool to me. Let's attack. And Cluestone. Drake. Chain creature, power 3 or less. I can't. Something gets +2/+2 when it enters. Cluestone. Gain 7 life if you have 2 more gates. Multiple creatures can't block. I didn't see very many multiple creatures, to be honest. Exiled creatures gain 3 life for each. When we return our creature's hand, +X/+0, which is equal to its power. Give 1/1 counter on something to whenever when he attacks. Deal 2 damage to deal 2 damage to a target creature or a branch chosen at random. Sounds kind of similar to like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. And return target creature or target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And a gate. And a useless card. This set, by the way, came out, I think, in 2013 or something. So, it's really old. Makes you wonder why none of these cards can be played. Because some of these cards seem like they'd be really broken. Choose our creature. Mill cards, yeah, lands. We've seen that card plenty of times. We've seen that card plenty of times. Cluestone. If you attack with at least 2 other creatures, gets lifelink. Plus, reveal 4 cards library. Reveal 2 instant sorceries. Put them in your hand. Trample and evolve. Depth touch. And our Cluestone. If you have 2 more gates, draw a card. Detain 2 creatures. Flying and hexproof. Get a 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4 onto the field. Choose our creature player, and then just draw 3 cards and discard a card. Deal damage equal to the target creature or player. Then the rare is Notion Thief, which, by the way, has gone crazy. Yes, I like this card. Actually, really, do I care that much about that card? No, that's back in. Notion Thief. Let's see. I want to look at Notion Thief here. I'm not looking at this one here. This one here. because this card is pretty broken. At this point, I think at some point it was banned as well in Commander, so again, oh, it does have a little thing in the bottom, but it would be difficult for me to try to figure it out. Put that in the sleeve. Okay, we reached. Goodness. But this card was banned at one point. I might have to look that up later, but Hired Torturer. Instant sorcery. 2. Multiple creatures have haste. +2 get some whenever 2 creatures attack against lifelink. +5/+5 till end of turn. Return target creature to its owner's hand. And then deal damage, yeah. From your graveyard, then deal damage to that player to a player. Multiple creatures have vigilance. Creature attacks 2/2 life. Most creatures have flying. Return target creature to its owner's hand, or player and part of the player's sack for the creature. That could really work out well. Deal 2 damage to some target creature, lose all abilities, and it goes from 0/1, and you can deal 2 damage to something as well. We have a counter from it, target creatures -1/-1. And our rare. You must attack each turn if able, has vigilance and reach. And whenever you cast and a player casts a non-creature spell, it deals 6 damage to that player. Wait, what? Whenever a player cast, holy mackerel! Let me go look at the next figure. And then we have a Cluestone and a Gate. Cluestone is foil, Gate is not. And that's gonna go away. Wait, I'm sorry. I gotta read this card again. Vigilance and Reach. And it must attack each turn if able. Gotcha. And whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, it deals 6 damage to that player. Holy mackerel, is this card banned in Commander? It's card 99. It has to be. Now, it's perfectly legal in Commander. Good grief! Granted, it's 6 costs, but all you gotta do is get stuff in the magnet. I'm sorry, that's broken. No, I wanted to look at Notion Thief as well, but we'll get to that when we get to the point. After we get to this one here, target creature loses 2 life. Yes, yeah. Instant sorcery gets +2 position, loses a defender. Both creatures have faced. +2 0 and lifelink. +5/+5. Gain 2 or more gates. You draw a card. 3/3. +3/+3. Populate. Multiple creatures have that thing. Trample and evolve. Creatures you control -1/0. Choose something, reveal an instant sorcery. And we got put 2/2 wizards in with haste to the battlefield. I don't know how those things have haste, but these things don't say that. So, instead when you cast instants repel you control, it deals damage. You control deals damage. Put 2 red-white soldiers with haste. There's Notion Thief. Okay, I don't know what that means. Oh, and we have this one here. Red creatures +1/+0 and red and white creatures +0/+1. And you can exile it to exile all creatures you control. At the beginning of your next one, so return those creatures to the battlefield. That is broken. I don't care what you think. And we have that token, and we have a land. That is good broken. Because all you have to do, because this only costs 2 mana, and you can exile it. So you exile this card, and you exile cards you control. Then you return all those creatures to the battlefield at the end of the beginning of the next combat. So you do this after you do this during opponent's turn, then you destroy all creatures opponent controls. That is, I don't have words to say what that means because that is broken. It's not foil, but I'll take that. And I'm looking at the let's see, it says, so it says on, I am working on Magic on MTG Goldfish, and it says Commander says Game Changer. What does that even mean? Let's see if there's any information about this, because that is not helpful. And that side doesn't do anything. Get to the pack. I don't know what Game Changer means, but I think it's banned. Or it's very weird. I don't know which one. Anyways. Got -2/-2 if you have 2 more gates. Cyclops, instant sorcery. Clostone. Fights. +1/+1 fights. Banding. Flying and first strike. gain 7 life if you control 2 more gates. Most of the creatures can't block. Exile target creature. Exile creature cards from target graveyard. Gain 3 life for each one exile this way. Return target creature to the battlefield. Gain 1 life, prevent all damage. When it enters the battlefield, fight something. Let's get 2/2, a 3/3, and a 4/4 all on the same time. 3 counters on something, remove all counters. And we got a 5/5 worm. And a land. And a soldier which does not have haste. It doesn't say that. Next one here. It's legal. It says legal. I don't know what that means still. It says legal, and it says on the side I'm working now, which is Scryfall, it says legal game changer. Regenerate target creature. I don't know what that means. I still don't know what it means. Get 2 tonight. You have 2 more gates. Cluestone. Chain creature. +2/+2 in flying. Cluestone. Creatures have vigilance. Deal 2 cards, draw 2 cards. Cluestone. Trample, evolve. Each player draws 2 cards, loses 2 life, or troubled heals damage equal to their player equal to the number of cards in their hand. So a lot of damage. Each creature can evoke with creatures that have 2 more power. That 2 more creatures. Creatures go +1/+1 or -1/-1. And they're mythic here. Put top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose 1 card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature card, put it into the battlefield, otherwise put it in your hand. Okay. And then negate. And then Centaur, which we actually needed. Don't know. That's actually not very good. Again, I don't know what Game Changer means. Anyways. Still looking for 1 card, but I don't really care if I don't get it. Pay 1, tap a creature when it attacks. Multiple creatures have trample. Counter expel. Cluestone. Must attack. 2 more gates, draw a card. Detain 2 creatures. 2 cards, draw 2 cards from the graveyard, draw 2 cards. Enchant creature, -2, loses 2 life. +3/+0. +X, -X, which number of cards in your hand. Deals damage to every creature that leaves the field to a player. Activate abilities, and they can return to your hand to put 2 counters on it. Each player sacrifices a multicolored permanent. That's sad. And then Railsgate and this token, which is useless. I'm not really going to try to figure out what that means. We got 2 back still. We got ourselves Armored Wolfrider, Cluestone. Discard, deal 3 damage. Get 3 damage. Do you think? Target opponent loses 2 life. Choose dark creature. Gets -1/+1 for each land mill this way. Return target creature. Deal damage to a target player. 3 damage to a target player. 3 damage to a creature. Reaches Scavenge for 3. -4/-2. Defender 0/5. Forest Walker, protection from ring. Haste. It's a 3/1. Destroy an artifact, destroy target enchantment. A rare is when a creature enters this battlefield this turn, may draw a card. You put 4 1/1 birds with token with flying. Gotcha. And then the gate. That goes over here. That goes here. And this is just trash. Yeah, so this must have come out. Oh, that's funny. That's not really relevant. It said something was coming out in 2013, and it would be available. It's not available in all languages. Another gatekeeper. We've gotten a lot of these gatekeepers. -2/-2 for each if you have 2 more gates. +2/+0. We also got a lot of those. Close down. Mutant faith, fighting, flying, 3/1. Too expensive. Overload for 1. The droid. Detain up to 2 creatures you control. All the creatures have death touch. All the creatures have flying. Give something +1, +0, and double strike, or make all creatures block it, or both. 3/1 of haste. Target creature discards 2 cards, or return a creature to the graveyard. And we got another monk that does damage. That does stuff. Bird with flying, and then land. When it deals damage, reveals our card until she or she reveals 4 land cards. Put those cards in the graveyard. It's a kind of milk deck, I guess, for that. We're getting too close to the bottom here. We got 3 more packs, I believe. And just so everyone knows, I did, for you guys watching at home, I bought 3 boxes of a starter kit, I believe it was called. That's supposed to come September 8th. I'll probably do a set of that one as well. It was more for one of them. Multiple creatures of trample. Counter our spell. Both put at 6. Close down. 2/1. Must attack. Close down. Vigilance. 2 draw. Mill 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. They're close down. Lose 2 life and then deal damage. Making this card a card that's instant of sorcery. 4 damage to target creature or player, then gain 4 life. Oh, we got another one. Lifelink protection for black and white. If you have 30 more life, and an opponent has 10 more life, it gets +6/+6. So it becomes lethal whenever that occurs. It's too bad it's only a creature. And it's a foil. You already know that one. And a land and a rhino that's trampled. It's funny. So it's a creature of lifelink, and it has white protection for white and black. So that's protection from itself. Anything that targets it. And as long as you have 30 more life, so in Commander, that's whenever you get to it, an opponent has 10 or less life, it has +6/+6. It becomes lethal whenever that occurs. I guess if you're playing team or a format where you're playing with a team, we have hit the bottom of the box. We have 3 packs left. And I don't know when those packs are coming to here, but I don't know anything about them. So I know that I'm going to open one of them for sure on YouTube. I can't say what I want. Actually, probably not going to open it on YouTube. I'm probably going to open it when I record video. Coolstone. +2/+2 flying. 1/3. Coolstone. Lifelink extort. Mill 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. Coolstone. And I know I'm saying Cluestone a lot, but because there's a lot of duplicates of this Cluestone itself. Trample. Death Touch, multi-creatures of Trample. Death Touch. Cluestone. +2/+4 or -6/-0. Sacrifice a creature. Creatures get +1/+1 to end of turn. Creatures can't be blocked. You can mill 4 cards to return something during it. Another one it says re-enter combat on a turn. Up to one creature can't attack or block. One target creature can't attacks or blocks, and its combat and unto one creature can't attack or block. And then we get the gate. And then they have a useless card. I actually really like this set. Is it might give my money back? No, I'm not. I don't think so anyways. I mean, I got a few cards in here, but since they have changed all the rules, and it's kind of about how you get foils. +5/+5. Tap when attacks, pay 1. Can't target creature can't block. Elf Knight 4/6. Cluestone. Tap or untap permit, Cipher. Another deal 1 damage. Pay, add 1 mana, tap it, deal 1 hits. Becomes a deals 1 damage to target opponent. Detain 2 creatures. Death Touch, multiple creatures of Death Touch. Multiple creatures that have flying. Death Cluestone. Other creatures get +1/+1 in flying whenever it attacks. Destroy target creature or artifact. Remove a 1/1 counter from a creature you control. Target creature -1/-1. Could be useful. Oh, we got the rare here. Can't be countered as reach protection blue and has flash. And it's a rare. It's an insect. And we have gates, and then we have that. The final pack. One chance to get the one more chance to get the Izzet in this, not the Izzet, the Planeswalker in this set. That's all we got. I actually still like this set. Even though I never really got to draft it, the set was out in 2013. I didn't start playing until 2016. Another bird, that's expensive. Generate target creature. Look for instant sorceries. Cluestone. +3/+3 until end of turn. You have infinite mana. Populate. Populate just create a copy of a token that you control. Most creatures can't block this turn. Trample and evolve. Return target creature. Each creature that was dealt damage this turn. Get 1 damage to everything. Do that. 4 damage to target creature or player. Deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Just throws that random. Ah, well, we don't get the yet. There's one more card here. Actually, there's 2 more cards, I think. One's token though. That's actually not bad. We get the. I like that card. And all the creatures can't block. And the gate. And a worm. It's 5/5. I actually like that card specifically because it says basically it's just a creature you can't really counter. Well, you can counter it, but you can't. But once it enters the field, you can just continue exiling it. So it's a late game card, but ignorance. All right. I'm gonna look a few of these cards up here because of the context here. I'm not gonna look any of these commons up because they're not gonna be worth anything. I'm gonna look at the Cluestone. The Gate. Those are the ones I'm gonna look up or look at, because it is already at almost 2 hours, I would assume. It's getting close to there. But I do want to look up this one card to see what the actual value of that card is. Because this card is, I would guess, it can only attack alone, but whenever it attacks and isn't blocked, that player's life becomes 1 and it deals no damage. Oh. Yeah, I can see why it's more expensive now. But I want to see what it is in foil form because... Because I feel like that is broken. Let's do it this way so you guys can see it. I'll close that. Master of Toys. And again, I'm going to say this right now because I do know I'm not making my money back, or I'm going to get about the same amount with blind minutes. So it's only $3, but this is a foil. So it's, yeah, okay. That is $9. Cool. So it's about three times the price when we come to it. So what I say about this set is it is a very cool set. I would love to play this set or draft this set. It comes to the point here, even though this set's probably not going to get it's not getting money back. Originally, I was looking at the Master Coolio and I was like, why is cards so bad? Like, why is this? It's more expensive than all the cards, but it's not very good. Well, it turns out that's actually, I think that would be broken. When it attacks them, because all you have to do is enchant over a creature so it can't be blocked. And then because, 1, it deals no damage to it, but then it doesn't have to attack, or it can attack next turn. And you guys, that card I think is broken. And $8 is still it. Again, don't know how much money I actually made on this. You guys can kind of look that up, I guess. Here's the tokens I got. That's the tokens. The rest of them were just trash. That's it for this video. As I've said before, I ordered a set of cards I ordered on Amazon, but I ordered it through a site for someone else, I believe. So it is 3 parts. Let me look it up. The actual description of that. And it will be coming. Yeah, I ordered 3 of these. It's 4 Knights MGT something starter kits. Supposedly it's got 500 cards. I'm going to look on Amazon here. And it includes a bunch of other random cards. According to what it says, according to what the encryption is, it's not going to have any lands in it. That's important to note. So I won't get any lands in it. Now, I'm going to say no lands means no basic lands. That doesn't mean necessarily that it has lands in it. I could see it still having lands in it, like cards just like the gates. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like this in the deck. I'm not going to be surprised if something like that occurs. But honestly, I don't really care if it has no lands in it. So the other thing about this is I got plenty of these things now. It does say it's a small business. The reviews I have seen on this is that she is very recent. It's 4.5 out of 5 stars. And what I've seen of this, there's 5. It's a great starter collection. So honestly, I'm not really expecting much out of this. And I'm probably not going to record this live. I'm probably not going to do it live because of the context that is 500 cards is a lot of cards to go through. And the thing with this, we're going to make sure I'm estimating it correctly here. There's 36 cards times 16, well, minus the things, 15. There were 540 cards in this box, so that's why I'm probably not going to do much all of this, and I don't expect anything to this. According to what it says, according to see some of these 5-card star units, totally worth the value, box is full of stuff, yeah. You play rain first, yada yada. And according to what I understand of the cards thing, it says basically great product, has plenty of selection of cards. So who knows what actually is going to be in here. There's one review that kind of questions me. Not really worth ordering a commander box. Oh, that's a different thing. So don't order a commander box, so I'm understanding. But basically, the way it works, I will say this, is that it's worth. I really don't know. One of these people says, no dopes, amazing assortment, will buy more. Okay, well. So basically, if we understand is that, and I'll look at the actual description of the box here. No, it doesn't. It's not supposed to have lands. Although, I will say probably there's going to be a few non-basic lands. That's my guess, but that's just me. It has expanded selection. And the decks are uniquely packed to avoid duplicates. So there are going to be, it says there's up to 4 duplicates, but doesn't mean there's going to be. And boxes will be slightly different. Yeah. Near min or lightly played cards. And from what I understand for this, I can't really go into, it doesn't say on here. It can have rares. It probably is supposed to have rares. I already bought I bought 3, so I may not do all 3 here. I'm going to put these boxes things away while we're doing this. But to put it this way is, I was actually pretty happy with this. Was it worth my money? Did I get my money back? Probably not. I mean, I got 2 Windrakes, so, but not everything had Windrake in it, so I'm going to say yes. And I will definitely use some of these cards. for commander decks or losing cards or other decks in basic context for it. And some of these cards are going to be ridiculously good. That is it for this video. I did not get the Planeswalker. That's kind of sad, but, you know, honestly, I'm okay with that. I can get the Planeswalker for $3, so not too worried about that. I'm losing lands now. That is it for this video. No basic lands. Did not find any basic lands. If you wanted to get a bunch of these things, it'd probably be cheaper somewhere else. That's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. And I'll let you guys know that the next video I will be doing is going to be another return to Wizard 101 video. That'll be the next one I do, and that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to keep your game on.